The Modern Man tutorials. You're not a man. You're not a man if all you think is if you go to the gym, you make some more money or a large sum, or you're a certain height, and you get some clouds or something like, for example, you got like a popular YouTube channel or something like that. Those things don't make you a man. If you're a man already, right, and then you have those things, then yeah, that would make you a better man, right? Because those are resources you as a man can take advantage of, right? But the first thing is being a man is mental. It's a mental thing. It's not a materialistic thing. So you can't buy your manhood, right? You can't exercise your way into your manhood. You can't start like an eBay business and become a man. Like, that's not how that works. Because even a homeless guy is a man, right? And not because of, he's a male species or whatnot. No, it's because he has the mindset of a man. Now, you can say, being homeless is not the ideal situation for a man. That is true. Because as a man, you have the capabilities to do so much more. Why not, right? So, if you're homeless, you're allowing yourself to be there. You always have the option to do better. But I'm just saying that even a homeless person can be a man. Because some people would like to think that, no, to be a man you got to have money and blah, 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 blah. It's like, no. You can be homeless. You can be broke. And still be a man. Because, again, it's a mindset. It's not something materialistic. It's not something physical or tangible. It's literally you just maturing. You getting enough life experiences and learning right from wrong, and learning from not only your mistakes, but from other people's mistakes, right? Because I still see a lot of guys out here, putting out red pill content, trying to say that no chick's gonna like you unless you're attractive, successful, got money, you're tall, you're in shape, right? I was like, oh, that's incorrect. There's tons of guys out here pulling chicks left and right without all those things, or at least they might have one of those things, like a tall guy who's ugly, who's overweight, and doesn't have much money. He's tall, he's still getting girls, right? Or the guy has a lot of money, but he's short, right? Unattractive, right? Out of shape, whatever. Just the worst case scenario, right? He has everything going wrong for him except he got money, so that makes up for it, right? And the list goes on. So it's like, these things help. But again, I'm not trying to say these things make you a man, I'm just saying that it gives you a better chance when it comes to the opposite sex, right? When it comes to getting the ladies to like you, there's certain things that benefit towards that. Because the main thing about the whole being tall, in shape, and having a lot of money that a lot of guys out here try to promote, mainly is going to get you chicks that want to use you. Gold diggers and stuff like that. 304s. That's why even guys who got money and stuff like that, and who have options, still complaining about not being able to get a quality chick. And all they're messing with is chicks that are not of quality. Well, duh. You haven't changed. Just because you got more money, because you went to the gym, and because you made a podcast doesn't automatically make you, desirable. And then that goes to the whole alpha male thing, right? You could be broke, short, overweight, not that attractive, and still be alpha. Because it's about being alpha in the ladies' eyes, not alpha among the guys. So your achievements, accolades, and stuff like that, that's cool among the guys. Guys will be impressed that you have a lot of money. We're impressed that you're in shape and whatnot. That stuff will impress guys, right? Because we're competitive that way, right? We're like, oh, that's cool, man. You're really strong. That's cool. Most chicks don't care about that. Like, they want you to be strong, but it doesn't matter if you don't look strong. You can be an overweight guy as long as you're strong. That's all that matters. As long as you're strong, as long as you can lift things and carry things, that's all they really care about, right? It's about utility not about the aesthetics to a certain degree, right? Because even a short guy can seem tall to a lady if he, you know, talks big, right? Even a small guy can be larger than life if he has that type of personality. So then it just boils down to your personality, and that's where game comes in. That's why it's like annoying to see you guys try to promote this idea that you can't be yourself, walk up to a chick and get her. Not only can't you do that, even if you manage to do that, you can't keep her. Because you're not man enough, is how some of these guys will try to make it seem. You're not man enough, you're not alpha enough. It's like, okay, you guys are making it sound that way by your own judgment, by your own personal experience of you couldn't get chicks that way. You know, and even when you got money and status and whatnot and fitness and all that stuff, you still having trouble with chicks. So then you think, well, I still have trouble with chicks, but I have less trouble than most guys who don't have these things. So these things gives me a little advantage. Yeah, a little bit of advantage, but not much, because you still you. And you still haven't figured out why, even with the money and the fitness and all that stuff, you still having female problems. You still not the guy, right? And it's because of you, your personality. That part of, you know, who you are as a person hasn't changed much. If anything, it enhanced. If you were a loser before, you'll be a loser once you're rich, right? Nothing's going to change, because it's more, again, like it's his mindset. I mean loser mentally, not like financially or socially. Because if you loser financially and socially, yeah, money can fix that. If you loser mentally, money can't fix your loser mentality, right? Unless you pay somebody to help you, you know, get over your loser mentality and start thinking like a winner, right? Common sense. That's why it's annoying to have, you know, these discussions within the manosphere, right, of guys out here putting out these ideas, and even when you give them the counter, or even just point out the fact like, hey, you know, we got some good advice out here for the guys, you know what they can do to get into a relationship. There's good quality chicks out here that are being overlooked, just like there's guys out here being overlooked, right? Good dudes being overlooked. And the thing is they're overlooking each other when they should be looking at each other, right? We need to give them the advice to get with each other, right? Give the guys advice to get quality chicks, instead of telling them that the only way they can get a chick, period, is that they gotta go to the gym and make a lot of money and stuff like that. Now, I'm not against making money, right? We have tons of ways of making money online, so it's not that hard. I'm not against gym, right? Obviously, I'm not against fitness and whatnot. I'm just saying the idea that it's like, unless you do those things, you know, you don't have a shot. You can't find love and this, that, and third, and you're just going to be used and abused and all this other nonsense. It's like, nah, you got to teach the guys the proper tools, right? You got to teach the guys how to be able to talk, how to be able to avoid being used, right? And not by not dating and by avoiding certain specific females. Like, no. Even if a chick had the mindset that she was going to use you, you should be experienced enough to be able to tell that that's what she's going to do, that she's going to just use you, right? And you'll have more control of it because you're aware of it. Since you're aware that she's going to use you, you can, you know, flip it on her, right? And make it where it's like, oh, you're not really taking advantage of me, you know, because I'm just letting you get things from me because I'm getting something in return. I'm going to make sure I get some type of compensation, you know, whatever it is, right? Whether it's more of her time. Let's see, I think I can give an example. Just like, for example, if she's just going to use you, you know, for money and whatnot, and for dates and stuff, then make sure you're taking a lot of pictures with her, right? You know, if you can get it where she can, you know, wear, especially if you have merch, like if you have your own like hoodie brand or something like that, or your own clothing brand, get her to wear it, take pics of her in it, right? Bang. Now you got something you can use, something tangible that you can use to market your clothing, right? Market your business, make money. The whole you taking pictures with her is you can post it on your Instagram. What's gonna happen? Chicks are gonna see you with a chick. That means you're not gonna look like a loser. That means you're gonna look like, oh, chicks actually like this guy, right? Take advantage of that, right? So that's why it's like if a chick's gonna use you, you better make sure you're using her. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, don't let her use you, and then you're just gonna be crying and complaining about it. And that's another thing. Don't cry. That's not a manly thing to do. Not saying we don't have emotions. Not saying we can't cry, but cry when someone dies. Don't cry because some chick didn't give you anything or do anything for you for dinner or some bullshit. Plus, you shouldn't be taking chicks out on dates anyway, unless she's already doing things for you that you want. Dating should be for girlfriends, not some chick you just met. You want to get to know her? Do it through the internet, text, through Instagram, whatever. Like, talk to her first, get to know her, and then spend some time. Then, boyfriend, girlfriend, then do the dating thing. That way it gives you something to do, right? While you're in the relationship, like, hey, yeah, well, let's go out on Friday. Let's go to a movie, do this and that. Have a date night. Bang, there you go. That's what it should be. It should be a date night, not you actually dating. It's like, oh my gosh, she left me to go somewhere else with some other dude after I paid for dinner. Oh no, like, well, duh. She ain't your girl, so no surprise that happened. So you brought that upon yourself by not making sure you did things in the right order. But anyway, like I say, you're not a man just because you have materialistic stuff. It's like your value is more than materialistic. Yes, people are gonna value your materialistic stuff. They're gonna value certain superficial things about you. But then there's you, right? Your personality, who you are as a person. That should also matter. You should also add that, right? We do say, oh yeah, guys judge women based off of their looks. We pick them based off of the looks and stuff like that. Yeah, it's true. That's what gets our attention. But that's not what retains us, obviously, right? That's not what keeps us, around. That's what, is your personality. So personality is the next thing. So yes, your materialistic stuff is going to attract some chicks, right? Some females. But your personality is what determines if they're going to stay or not, right? So improve your personality, your mindset, who you are as a person. Ultimately, would trump anything that you have, whether you have money, status, fitness, good looks, or whatnot. All that becomes irrelevant based off of your personality. I mean, there's plenty of times I've seen some really, really beautiful women get turned down numerous times by guys because their personality was shitty. I mean, most of the funny thing is when I started seeing like the red pill content out there and stuff like that, like in 2020, that's one of the main complaints is that chicks, had shitty personalities. It's not that the guys weren't interested in the chicks sexually. It's not like they didn't date them. They were in a relationship. They just hated their personality. They just hated how the females reacted, right? Treated them like shit, this, that, and third. Then, some situations of cheating happen and whatnot. Like, well, yeah. Well, it's because y'all don't know the chicks like that. You don't know them well, right? You don't understand why she's acting like she's acting like that, right? Why she's treating you like shit. Why she only calls you up for you to take her on dates and that's it. Nothing ever happens from that. Nothing that you want anyway. Once you understand why these ladies that you're dealing with are doing those things, then you make better decisions. Like, oh, okay, that's why. Oh, okay, she sees me as a beta. She doesn't see me as an alpha. So I'm not desirable. I'm not the guy she wants. I'm the guy she's settling for, or I'm just a placeholder. Oh, damn, I didn't know that. Now I know how to Now I have to make a decision, which is not to stay in that situation, right? Unless you're okay with being a placeholder, being a beta for her. I'm not saying beta is bad if you're okay with it. I'm just saying it's like that's her perspective, right? If she doesn't see you as more than a friend, right, and you're being friend zone, or she doesn't see you, more than just a guy that she likes to, go to dates on and spend time with, it's like, so you don't see him as fuckable, you don't see him as a lover, okay, and that's important for her to understand. I mean, it's important for you to understand if, where you at. Are you the alpha or the beta in her mind? Are you the one she wants to fuck or the one she wants to fuck over, right? And again, choice is yours of what you want. But anyway, it's like it's very important. You gotta become a man first. You gotta learn to be a man. You gotta get your mind right, have the mindset of a man before you go around talking about you are a man because you have money and this and that. I've seen a couple guys who got status and whatnot, got money, don't got his fitness. As soon as some chick point out that he's a big boy, aka he doesn't get his fitness on point, bang, immediately wanted to act a fool. Start acting beta when he's supposed to be alpha, right? Proving that you're not alpha if a chick ain't fucking with you. If a chick, ain't throwing herself at you, then you're not really that alpha. Because again, it's not about what you think of yourself. So a guy going around, I'm alpha, I'm alpha, I'm alpha. That's the same thing as a chick going around saying, I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. Right? It's the same thing as like a 12-year-old girl going around talking about she a woman. It's like, you're not a woman, you're still a child. Shut up. Like, people gotta stop self-proclaiming themselves as things. Let everybody else claim you as that. Right? I use the term alpha here and there, but that's only because it's an observation. The way I get treated by the ladies, pretty alpha. It's very rare for me to get beta treatment. So even if I am quote unquote actually a beta male, well, that's not how the ladies treat me. So lucky me, right? I'm a beta that gets alpha treatment. That works for me. I don't care. It's how I get treated that matters the most, not necessarily what I think of myself or how I behave per se. It's how I get treated, despite those things, right? Just like it's always funny when you see like a guy who's being an asshole, and he's being an asshole to chicks, but chicks still throwing themselves at him. Like, what? But he's an asshole. Why y'all throwing yourselves at this douchebag, right? It's because there's things about him that the ladies like, and they make an exception, right? They ignore the fact that he's an asshole. All right, to each their own. Just like we see a super hot chick, yeah, we ignore her ignoring laugh or that she's not that smart or other details that we might dislike about her, and we're ignored because she's hot, right? But when you have standards, you don't ignore that type of stuff. But that's obviously for a different conversation. The thing is, you're not a man until you learn to be one. And that's what the Mother Man tutorial is for. It's to let you know that you could be you. Just improve. Always try to be the best version of yourself. Obviously, you could be you and still pull the ladies. Like, I just saw a video where a guy was, just a video of him in his living room with a song, Big Boy Season, right? And there was some chicks in his comments like, yeah, you slay. Yeah, big boy. Like, exactly. Chicks, especially right now, no reason as a big guy for you to be saying chicks don't want you right now. Right now, you better be slaying that plus size, your big boyness. I know I am. That's the end of the video.